obviously, you all are here for something other than things on the agenda, we presume. What we can do, and presuming you're speaking at citizens' comments tonight, is we will, depending on how many people are actually speaking versus just listening, we can establish a time limit, 2 minutes for each individual, and then we will call a hard close to the meeting at 9 o'clock. If there are still people who wish to be heard at that time, we will schedule an extended citizens' comments meeting for the next meeting, which is the first meeting in September, September 12th. That's about the best we can do to try to get everybody to be heard. Otherwise, we would have to reschedule the entire meeting for sometime later at a larger venue. But again, based on the agenda items, we did not call for a larger venue. So,
Bill, we don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. Right here.
Hold on.
Right here is the campaign finance.
No, stop.
This
Stop.
Stop.
This is who you are.
Just leave.
This is your force.
Leave.
They're gonna try to stall you and stonewall you and have meetings and discussions.
Can we just have a
All
Mr.
you
Patrick?
need to do is vote.
If you're gonna continue to do, you're gonna be escorted out.
Remember that.
Yeah, just.
One other option, guys, listen up.
One other option would be to reschedule your public comments for a meeting in September at a larger venue, either Sugartown School or General Wayne, depending on which one's available. Everybody would have the chance to come. Everybody would be heard. We're giving you that option. Either the option to be heard tonight, presumably in part, given the large crowd, and then continue, or the option to be heard in your entirety, your entire group, at a single meeting.
So is there a vote on that, ayes and nays?
No. We're throwing that out there as an option. I mean, without getting everybody talking. If the people in this room would raise your hands for tonight, possibly continued, raise your hand for that option.
How many people outside?
Tonight.
Is this for a larger venue?
No, this is for tonight and then continued at another time. Okay, or at a larger venue in September.
I think that's the place. In the event that you move to a larger venue in September, would that stay your decision on the sale of sewer?
There is no decision on the sale of the sewer. That is, if you were told that something was happening on that tonight, it's absolutely incorrect. Our position has not changed. The Pennsylvania Public Utilities Commission has granted approval. That approval is being appealed to the Commonwealth Court by Mr. Swift, who represents some piece of you, and by the Office of the Consumer Advocate. We will not, this board will not go to closing with Aqua until such time as it's clear that those issues are being or have been resolved. There is no vote tonight, and at such point as a vote is scheduled, it will be widely advertised. We are not ignorant of your interest in this issue, but there is no decision being made tonight, no vote. We made the statement at the last meeting that we were not going to go to closing with Aqua until these issues were addressed. That's where we are.
I think we understand that, but since we're all here and we opened up our calendars to come this evening, for me, a preferable option would be to give us a limited amount of time to have citizens' comments first, and then you could move on with your agenda.
Yes.
Who's speaking and why don't they identify themselves?
I'm sorry. Forgive me, but our agenda has to come first because your comments could last hours on end.
No, you can give us your agenda time.
No, we're going to go through our agenda, which will take about 10 minutes. But it's not a long agenda, that's why we didn't schedule this for the school, we had no idea you folks were showing up. Nobody said anything to me. Nobody said anything to anybody, there weren't. Okay. No official. Nobody filed or sent any kind of official notice of any sort to us to request time for this. If we had known this was going to happen, we could have re-advertised this meeting. Now, again, we have public notice requirements, so we can't change the location like that. We have to advertise it, say it's going to be moved to a different location. If we'd known this was happening, we would have gone to the school, one of the schools, again, if they're available, and sometimes they're not, but we don't know that. So you guys showing up here, obviously you have things to say, you want to say, that's great, we're here to hear them. But we are not at a larger venue because we only have a short agenda. So we're going to go through this agenda. Clearly, there's no consensus here about rescheduling to hear everybody all at once. So we'll work our way through comments. Everybody will get 2 minutes. We will hold the debate down. So let us move forward. Okay.